Okay, I'm ready.
No, you're distracted. And you can't be. It's not just the op that's on the line. It's our lives, too. Yeah. Okay. Well, the Courier's final destination isn't just Paris. She got a connecting flight to Dubrovnik.
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here. And welcome to Afternoons Delight. Let's talk about this, y'all. Let's talk about this. So, I talked about in the last video, Anna figuring out that Joss is in the WSB. Dante was kind of not believing that she is, but Anna broke it down to him like, your baby sister is in the WSB. Whether you like it or not. She's in the WSB. So they started talking about like on Anna's past of being young in the WSB like Joss is, and you know, her really not wanting to be in there. But now they're kind of discussing if Joss should be in there. So I'm not wondering if the show is kind of transitioning Joss getting out of the WSB. I like Joss in the WSB. I think it gives her character a better purpose than what she had before. Because I felt like before she didn't really have too much of a purpose as her character started getting to her adult years. Just didn't feel like she had much of a purpose. I like the fact that they've put her in the WSB, so I don't want them to take her out of there. But something interesting happened in this episode where I think they're going to go in that direction. And the reason why I'm thinking that is that she had a conversation with Vaughn about Brennan, right? So she's been talking about, and she talked about this before, about wanting to expose Brennan, like, because she doesn't think it's legal for Brennan to actually, or is, you know, if it's against the rules or not for Brennan to be with an agent, one of his agent's parents, which is Carly in this situation. So she was talking about that, and Vaughn was telling her, like, you know, Brennan's a good man. He saved me a couple of times, and he tried to warn Joss that it's not a good idea to cross Brennan. Not a good idea. And I agree. Because even without Vaughn even saying that, I don't think that'd be the best idea for Joss. And we got to remember the whole reason why Joss is in the WSB is because of the cover-up of Cyrus Renault's murder. Now, Anna put two and two together, and she figured out that that a lot of her being in the WSB had a lot to do with Cyrus, right? I don't think Anna's going to expose that to anybody, but we know that that's something that, you know, Joss could be in trouble for and go to jail for. And so she needs to think about opening up her big mouth. We know Joss at times can open up her big mouth and ruin things for herself. And so Vaughn was just warning her, like, you know, you better keep quiet. You know, you got to keep quiet and not cross Brennan. Something's telling me she may end up doing that because she can't control herself. But it's going to be interesting because I was just talking about in the last video with Anna and Dante. I thought it was really interesting that Emma's situation with Dalton right now, I'm starting to wonder if Emma was already in the WSB. Remember, I talked about that before, but then I got off of it because I started thinking, like, I don't really think Emma is with the WSB or another agency. But now I'm like, I'm going back to it, and I'm like, some's still making me think, not believe, but think at least, that Brennan is trying to pin Emma against Joss. I think he learned about their history as frenemies. And I think he's trying to use that to take down Dalton. Now, Anna also figured out, I forgot to mention this in that video, that Anna is starting to figure out that Dalton is doing something dangerous. And we know that's got something to do with Sidwell. That he's poking up in that lab. Maybe it's a bomb. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely something dangerous. And I don't think it's about animals, which is why Emma's going to get in trouble. Now, he did have a lab or something like that with animals or whatever back in California or something. That's where she got in trouble at. But I think there is more to the story. Like, Emma's hiding some things. Now, it could either be that she's already in the WSB or she's going to be recruited into the WSB once Brennan finds out a little bit more about Emma. But we'll see. It's interesting, though. Give me your thoughts on this, what y'all think is going on. Give this video a like, share, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching this one. After News to Light.